TurfNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Oh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Thursday, April 11th, 2024. And this is episode number 775. That's crazy. You believe we've sat down and done this shit 775 times? I cannot believe it. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can't believe you've allowed me to sit down in this chair or other chairs and scream at you 775 different times. This is crazy. This is nuts. Let's just get it out of the way. I got the cat stros on. We're breaking the curse today. We're doing it. We're breaking the curse, people. This team is in disarray. This team, they're playing right now. They're not breaking the curse, by the way. 9-1. Astros are taking it in the shorts. Hunter Brown lasts 2/3 of an inning. Gives up 9 earned runs. We're going to get into the Astros. Have no fear. This is... Who's talking shit about me? My nose is itching. And every time I wear this hat, it looks crooked on screen. And I hate it. And it drives me crazy. I'm doing everything I can to break the curse. Okay? PB Dub said, we suck again. I did the Lima Time podcast today with my boy, my dog, my dude, Patrick McClellan. Let me grab if you want to go listen to it. Hey! What the hell? Philip Barnard, thank you for the 25 bits. Hey, Sensei Bullrog, appreciate the shout out, my friend. Sensei Bullrog gave me a shout out to his 62 viewers. Sir, thank you very much. But yeah, this morning I joined Patrick McClellan on the Lima Time podcast. It is a Astros-centric podcast, and you can check it out on SoundCloud. So I'm basically like a SoundCloud rapper now, pretty much. And I'm going to get you... Oh, stop it. Let me get you a link here, folks. Link has been copied. I will paste this in the chat if you'd like to go listen to it later. Free promo, free pub. There you go. You can go listen to that. Don't do it now. Damn it. You're listening here. Spoon said, oh, hell, Patrick is very unique. Yes, he is. Amos said, let me check out YouTube's. Twitch is a little glitchy today. Is it? Is it? Well, that happens. Hey, what's up, AJB? Good to see you, my friend. It happens. It can be a little glitchy at times. Control which conversations you're mentioned in. That's weird. Twitch has gone to hell. Can we just all agree on that? Hey, what's up? Oh, Amos is over on the tubes. Yeah, Twitch has gone to hell in a hurry. Elon Musk has driven that app into the ground. So go check it out. I got into a little bit of the what's wrong with the Astros with Patrick McClellan. We will get to that on this fine show. I have done lots of talking and some homework and whatnot for you. But we've got a plethora of things to discuss today. I've got a ton of really cool. Okay, why is this? Hold on, guys. Sorry. We got big news. We've got some interesting news from the world of sports, I guess you could say. I'm sorry, I'm getting my slides together as I'm trying to start this godforsaken show. So we've got a bunch of interesting news from the world of sports and some cool news that we didn't get to earlier in the week that I wanted to get to. So I always try on Thursdays to kind of wrap up the stuff that I didn't get to cover that I wanted to cover with you guys. So we'll clean that up. And your feedback so far has been good. You guys have said that you've been enjoying having guests on the show. And I have been continuing that. I have been feverishly booking guests. Is it guest or guests? It's guests. I have been feverishly booking guests at a high rate for you all, and that will continue. So already in April, we have had quite a few guests, actually. Let me see. Let me read them. Oh, what is, oh, okay. Well, hello. Hold on. Sorry. Wrong again. And here we go. So we've had, let's see who we had so far. We had Slade Ham. We had Jeff Canada. We had, so in April, we had Slade, Jeff, Jerome joined me that week. We've had AJ Hoffman. Of course, we had Jenny's mom. We had Nick Morrison. And today we were supposed to have Apollo Dez was going to be starting with me every week. He's going to be joining me on Thursdays to talk Astros, but we have pushed it back a week. So Dez will be starting with me next week talking Astros. But fear not, I still have a guest booked for you today. Jeff Michael is going to be joining me at 4 o'clock on the show on this fine, fair program. And we are going to be talking about, we're going to get to know Jeff. He is the host and curator, the CEO. I don't know. He's the me of a program called Sports with Balls. You may have heard of it. You may have listened to it. It was on Sports Map Radio. It is a podcast / show. It's very similar to what we do here. He does that over there. So figured I've worked with Jeff before. I've done his show before. So I thought, what the hell? Let me bring in Jeff. We'll get to know Jeff. I'll introduce Jeff to the deckheads, and we'll talk some sports with Jeff. Why not, right? We've talked to comedians and musicians and others. So I figured I'd bring in a guy who kind of does what I do. Let's get to know him, and we can even talk some sports at the same time. I feel like my mic might be kind of low. Is that the case? It looks like my mic might be kind of low. It's crazy. Dude, I don't know if I have to get a new board or what, but it seems like every time, check, 1 2 1 2. It seems like every time I come in here, there's a new problem. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, I think I turned it up some. So, Jeff Michael going to join me at 4 o'clock, the host of Sports with Balls. He will be here at 4 o'clock to talk about a show. We'll get to know him, and then we'll go from there. I have you halfway, and you just blew out my ears. Yeah, that's my bad. Justin Swinford said it's a little high. Okay, my bad. I can bring it down. I boosted the gain a little bit. There we go. I'll turn it down. Okay. It's my bad. No, Sports with Balls, fuckface. No, that's not. Slade's special was great. Thanks, Spoon. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm glad you did. So yes, and I have already booked. I booked some guests for next week already. I've got Thursday booked. I've got Tuesday booked. I probably won't book a guest for Monday because, folks, let's be honest, Monday is tax day. You know your boy. There's a better than average chance that I might not get my taxes done in time. And that I may have to take the day off on Monday to finish my taxes. Now, I've already started. I've already begans. And I'm going to try like the Dickens. To get it done. But let's be real here. We're talking about me, Mr. ADHD, get super distracted super easily. Okay? So, sorry about your ears, Eric Resendez. Okay? I'm sorry about your stupid ears. So, I will do my best, but just be forewarned, it is possible. It is likely. And it is possibly likely that we may not do a show on Monday if I don't get my damn taxes done. But I'm shooting for trying to get them done in time. I don't want to do that to you. Ian said taxes. Yes. Gotta love procrastination, Laminac around tax time. Every time. And Jenny's mom was like, oh my God, I got all your books done, so it should be easy. I was like, yeah, awesome. Still put the shit off until now. Still. So this is where we're at. All right. Don't judge. I don't need your judgment or your ridicule. Okay. Don't need your judgment or your ridicule. We have a birthday today. We got to celebrate that. And I have literally a plethora of topics to get to. I've got to update you guys on the Barry on Deck bracket challenge. We've got to get to that. I've got a really cool couple of non-sports things to get to, some other news. So just a bunch of stuff, and we're really going to deep dive into some Astros stuff. So Donna says the IRS would close their doors if you filed any time before April 15th. They would. That's funny. So yes, we're definitely going to get into that. Promise. Okay. So we're going to get kind of hot and heavy into the Astros, and I've put some time into kind of going into depth on what could be causing the Astros to falter. What could be the issue here? So we'll get into that and a whole lot more. But let's start like we always start. Let's start with the sports headlines. Hey, you kissed my ass, John Dorier. He said, so we'll see you Tuesday. Kiss my ass, sir. And I mean that with all due respect. Kiss my ass. Hey, Homer Astros fan, thank you for the 100 bits, buddy. Oh, Heartthrob just got pulled over. That sucks, Heartthrob. Boy, that really sucks. Man, I hate that. Well, if you didn't hear the news, and I'm sure you did. Oh, God. And by the way, Spoon, I saw that corny-ass joke. I'm doing my best not to make any OJ jokes. I'm doing my best. I really am. But if you missed the news and you didn't hear, OJ Simpson passed away. So OJ Simpson is dead. So I no longer have to say he murdered Nicole Brown allegedly, because he's not here to sue me anymore. So he murdered Nicole Brown. Straight up. Dude was a murderer. He got away with murder. But, hey, cancer did us a favor. And I don't give a shit what the outcome was in court. I don't give a shit what you think OJ did or didn't do. There's no way in hell you would ever convince me otherwise that man didn't kill Nicole Brown Simpson. There's no way. There's just no way. And then the man writes a book called If I Did It. Really? Ugh. It's gross. It's disgusting. And I was on the Lima Time podcast with Patrick McClellan, and we were talking about it because I was like, hey, Patrick, what's your famous OJ moment? Eamon said, you still can't say it. You weren't there. Oh, bullshit. Absolutely, I can say it. And I was like, what's your favorite OJ moment? And, it's just ridiculous. And he was bringing up the fact that it's comical that OJ would just pop up on Twitter like nothing happened. It was just like, hey, everybody, going golfing today. Really looking at the Buffalo Bills. I think they'll cover that 4-point spread this weekend. It's like, what? And I told him, I was like, imagine this. Imagine if you will. Imagine if you will. Imagine if you will. Imagine Charles Manson in the 60s just one day gets on Twitter. Hey, everybody. Man, did you guys watch the Celtics play? They're really good at basketball. What? What? Like, it's just, it's mind blowing. It just, what? The fact that that man got to walk around. The fact that that man got to walk around and live his life. It is, yeah, Spoon said it. Johnny Cochran was the GOAT. Ah, boy. Woo, that whole team. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Unbelievable. The best tweet I saw was when someone said OJ is going to go down as the worst detective in history. He spent his whole life looking for the person who committed those murders. Shit. Yeah, that's funny, but I don't know. I've seen a bunch of, I've seen a bunch of really bad jokes. I don't know. The comedian in me is just like, okay, I'm just going to have to endure, and I'm not going to be judgy, and I'm not going to make any jokes that I wouldn't say on stage, right? So, I mean, on this show, I might say something corny if it pops into my head and I feel like it, right? But I'm not going to just, whatever. But I don't know. I think it's real. It is it's a sad. I don't know how to put this without hurting some feelings. Nah, I'll just skip it. He said Kanye is the worst. Don't know what that means. It's Hey Twitter World to be exact. That's the funniest part. What? Oh, when he says it, Hey Twitter World? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Cisco said because of OJ, we get the Kardashians and crazy Kanye. Oh, I saw that, and apparently that wasn't like all the way true. OJ interrupting game 5 of the NBA Finals. Yep. That really pissed me off. Yep. And it was the Rockets. George Zimmerman walking around signing Amazon cans. We know what he did for real. Yeah. Same shit. It's crazy. Hey, what's up, Joe Pro? Just sitting here lamenting the fact that, O.J. Simpson was just out here tweeting. Good riddance, though. Good riddance. Everyone always says just how terrible cancer is. Well, this might have been the one time that cancer was not so bad. I mean, look, I didn't even know OJ had cancer, okay? I had no idea OJ had cancer, but I'll be honest with you. If I had known OJ had cancer, I probably would have been rooting for cancer. I'm not going to lie. If you'd have been like, Barry, did you know OJ had cancer? I'd have been like, really? Damn. Come on, cancer. So, yeah. No, Clarence, I'm not saying allegedly. Fuck your allegedly. He killed that woman. Period. And that man. Period. Fuck your allegedly. He killed that woman and that man. Damn all that allegedly shit. That allegedly shit was just so you don't get sued. All right? You can keep all that allegedly bullshit. That's the only reason people in the media say allegedly. When you hear news people, when you hear radio people use the term allegedly, it's just so they don't get sued. But he's dead, so fuck him. I'm not saying allegedly no more. He killed her. Okay? He killed that woman and that man. Fuck him. Go cancer. I'm going to make me a shirt. Fuck OJ. I'm team cancer on this one. And had I known, I swear to God, had I known he had cancer, I would have made that shirt fucking weeks ago. Look at Allen. It was proven in civil court. Period. Period. Point blank, period. I hate people that say that shit. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Amos, you don't know that. That's an emotional answer you're giving. Shut up, Amos. I do know that. That's bullshit. There's just no. I do. You shut up. Claire said, I'm trying to not get sued for all of my $5.76. Oh, well, I don't blame you. I don't give a shit. Scuttlebutt is that OJ is Chloe's father. Nah. Eric Resendez, was it a show or a trial on TV that he would give up updates on that was super funny? Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was a show. There was one, it was like a murder. Oh, what was it? There was a murder. Wasn't there a murder where he was like, gosh, that woman is awful. I can't believe she got away with that. It was like, what the fuck, OJ? What are you talking about? Got away with it. Holy shit. What? Craziness. Time out to Barry for correcting my spelling. What? No, that's how I say purrit. Purrit, point blank purrit. What are you talking about? I didn't correct your spelling. That's a phrase or a saying. So, anywho, hey, what up, Rudy Rod? Sanitize, wash hands, social. This is back to up. All right, let's get to the rest of our headlines because O.J. Simpson passed away. Good riddance. Bye, ho. And yes, don't worry. When Bill Cosby passes away, I'll say the same damn thing. Bye, ho. Dimana said, I still remember the day they read the verdict on TV. Me too. Excuse me. Eric said it was on Twitter, and one of the first times he got on Twitter also. Yeah. Shit. What am I missing here? Come on, man. Okay. I can't find it. It's whatevs. It's whatevs. I gotta delete that too because I don't get confused. And okie dokie. Astros updates. Hey, they're mounting a comeback. They scored a run. Top of the 6th. All right. First and third. 2 outs. So you're telling me there's a chance. Man, Hunter Brown going 2/3 of an inning after the previous 2 pitchers went 3 1/3 of it. It's just a disaster right now. We're going to get to it. Pasquantino continues his hot hitting. Sucking nerds. Rally pants! Alan says, does OJ have a GoFundMe page for his funeral yet? I'm broke. I hope so. OJ was a weekly guest on Cameron and Mace's YouTube show. Really? Jeez. D-Modest said I still have the Bronco chase on tape. Oh, that's wild. That's wild. OJ is headed to heaven. No, he's not, Ian. Oh, no, he's not. I have bad news for you, Ian and Flip. If you believe in heaven, OJ's not there. Bad news. If you believe in heaven, my guy, that is not a destination for OJ. Okay? If you believe in heaven, my guy, that is not where OJ is. Yes, Rudy Rod. OJ. Flatline. Tony Hansen said, has Jen ever transferred $16 from Barry's account for scratch-offs? Ooh, it's a good question. She might have Shohei Ohtani'd me, right? Maybe so. I need to go check. It's a good question. That's a real good question. Hey, Tony Dallas, thank you for resubscribing, buddy. And we have confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. Don't look now, but that guy right there, well, that's Jesus. We call him Jesus Perez, but he goes by the name Jesus, but that's Jesus. And he said, confirmed, not here. That's so funny. I wish I had y'all's names on these right now. I don't, but I'm going to be fixing this because I don't like how small that is. I'm going to be fixing it so that your messages actually go like full screen or something like that. But Jesus, that is so funny, dude. That's so great. Terrence said if he repented, he is. See, that's such... Oh, okay. I'm not going to get started on religion. I'm not. That's such an easy out. That is such bullshit. You can live your whole life as a murderer. You can just kill as many people as you want to kill. And then right before you die, you go, I'm sorry, I repent. Oh, okay. All is forgiven, Adolf. Come on up. Whatever. Give me a break. That is not how heaven works. There's no way. I mean, Terrence, is that what you're telling me? You're telling me that Mussolini, Adolf Hitler, who was the man in it wasn't the Sudan. Who was that? There was like a warlord. Oh, he killed tens of thousands of African civilians. Forget his name. Idi Amin. These guys just go, oh, right before they die, they go, oh, I repent. Yeah, Bin Laden, Pol Pot, Jim Jones. They just go right before they die. They're like, forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry. I repent for my hundreds of thousands of murders. All is forgiven. Thank you. Off to heaven I go. Josh Ennis. Cisco just lumped Josh Ennis in with Pol Pot and Adolf Hitler. Cisco, you're a damn fool, bro. Oh my God. That is hilarious. Ah, shit. Alan said, hey, Cam, say hello to Hitler, Jim Jones, Dracula. Hello. What? I don't know what that means. Not my authority to judge a man's soul, but I hope he got beehole cancer from prison. Me too. Sorry I'm late, but work needed me to actually work. What? Uriel, this is unacceptable, sir. Uriel, this is unacceptable behavior. I'm going to need you to quit that job. Unacceptable behavior. Yeah, it's just kind of bullshit. Terrence said that's what we were taught at church. No, I know. I get it. I grew up around religion. I totally understand the way it works. Just has always been such an easy out. What up, Alex Villanueva? Oh, the Villanueva boys just showing up at the same time, huh? Astros scratched out another one. Yordan Alvarez picked up a walk in the bottom of the, top of the sixth. Caratini scored. So, 9-3 now. The comeback has started. And this is the equivalent of Frank Stallone on Norm Macdonald's We Get Update, the butt of any joke. That's really good. Hey, what up, Jet? Good to see you, sweetie. Cisco, don't fuck around. I dig it. Same. All right, let's get back to it. One more, actually, three more headlines. But ex-Dodger, Jose Urias, hey, where did this story go? Sons of bitch. Oh, I lost it. Oh, I got you $1. I had the whole story here. He's up on 5 misdemeanor charges. He could serve up to a year so they dropped the federal charges. But they are seeking 5 different misdemeanor charges. 4 of them could carry up to a year. Oh, yeah. John Dorier said had to jump to the tube. Too twitchy. Everybody seems to be having a problem with Twitch right now. Is Twitch acting twitchy? You know what? The numbers are way down. I don't know what's going on. I mean, GPU looks fine. Is everything good on YouTube right now? Everything popping on YouTube? See, and this is what I was concerned about. Rashi Rice also picking up some misdemeanors. Yeah. Twitch seems good to me. Alan said. Donna said it's okay. I don't know. Amos said it was messing up for him too. So I don't know. Everything will good on YouTube. I've been having to update my Twitch daily for some reason. That's weird, Flip. Like the app? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I wish I could I don't know. I mean, my CPU is like 0% for vMix. The graphics card's doing all the work. But still. And I'm only, there's an update for vMix. I probably need to get that. I'm only streaming out at 1080p, 30 frames per second. So I'm not even streaming out at anything heavy. I thought about upgrading it. So, Joe Bro said if Twitch works way the fuck out here, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's true. Jess said I updated Twitch once last week. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so the Urias thing charged 5 misdemeanors. And basically what it looks like is he could end up serving a year and 6 months in jail, not prison, but jail. You recall he ended up getting in a fight with his girlfriend in a parking lot. Somebody saw it. They called the cops. And at first he was facing federal charges, but prosecutors they have now since downgraded the charges. So they are no longer federal charges. All of the charges that he's facing will be misdemeanor charges, but still carry jail time. So he is still facing jail time. And baseball is still in doing their investigation. And he could be suspended again when they're done. So if he is prosecuted and he does face jail time, he could be suspended a second time, which would be kind of crazy. Behannon said Rockets were in the championship, right? During the OJ thing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, big guy. Yes, sir. Amos said Twitch app has been asking for updates every other day. They must be messing shit up. I wonder if mine's been asking for updates. Let me go and check here. Spoon, kiss my ass. Spoon text me, I expect OJ jokes. Uh-oh. Let me see. Let me open up my Twitch app. It says I'm like, oh, is there a new Fallout? Oh, there's a Fallout movie? Oh, it's a series? Bro, I love the Fallout game. I played the last Fallout. I wonder when they're going to have a new one out. I'm ready for a new Fallout game. But I will definitely watch a Fallout series as long as it's not some cartoon bullshit. I'll watch a Fallout series, but I'm not watching those stupid ass cartoon. But I'm down for I like The Witcher. That was a good one. Let's see. Go to App Store. How the hell do you go to? Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say I needed to update it or anything. Usually it would tell me when I open it, right? I don't even know how to update my apps on here. Yeah, my Twitch is to be updated every 2 to 3 days. Are you on Android or Apple? Apps. See, I don't even know how to. Yeah, I don't even know where to go to look for updates. That's how stupid I am. No idea. I mean, no idea. No idea. Mark said it's live action. Still don't understand why a show being a cartoon makes it stupid. Because cartoons are stupid. I don't know why. Here's the rest of your sports headlines. Celtics and Bucks combined for a record low 2 free throw attempts the other day. Could you imagine watching a game in this day and age where there are 2 free throw attempts? I don't even know. I didn't even watch the game, but that's a weird game. Mark said that's a stupid take. Your head's a thick candy shell. Don't tell me my take is stupid just because you like cartoons. I think cartoons are stupid. Why is that a stupid take? I don't like cartoons. I don't like cartoons. Cartoons are stupid. You're stupid. I liked cartoons when I was a kid, but like nowadays, like when I watch a show that's a cartoon, I'm like, I don't know. I can't get into it. Maybe it's because I'm 49 years old and I just want to see people on the TV. I don't know. Like I could watch American Dad or The Simpsons or whatever, but I can't sit down and I tried to watch that Archer. It was okay. But I don't know. A lot of this is just goofy. It's just like, I don't know. Like those Star Wars episodes that are like one-off cartoon bullshit. I can't watch that shit. I can't watch that shit. I can't do it. I don't know. It's just silly to me. I don't know. I'm not a fucking teenager or kid. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't want to watch cartoons. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, the Bucks beat the Celtics the other day. That was on what day was that? What day was that? It was a while back. It was on a couple of days ago. I can't find the date. Nonetheless, Bucks beat the Celtics 104-91. And in that, the Giannis and Antetokounmpo had 2 free throws. That's it. No one else had a free throw. No one else had a free throw. There were 8 fouls called against the Celtics and 4 fouls called against the Bucks for the entire game. 12 fouls called. That is crazy. That I would love. I would personally like, let's have that every time. I get so sick of these mamby-pamby bullshit games where we're just seeing just these whack-ass calls all the time. Like that, I'm down for that. I'd be curious to see what the average number of fouls that are called in an NBA game. But, bro, what? 12 fouls called total? Total? Yes, please. By the way, in that game, the Bucks won 100. Yo, Jim! What up, pimpin'? Appreciate your 69. I like it. Thank you for the 69 bits, buddy. Good to see you, man. Bucks won that game 104-91. And that includes a quarter where they scored 15 points. They scored 15 points in the third quarter and somehow still won by 13. That's crazy. And that's against the Celtics. This is not against the Wizards. This is the Celtics we're talking about. It had to be in them 2 damn free throws. Yeah, who had the under on fouls, Otani? Good question, Alex. Yeah. What was the average number back in the 90s? That would be key. Shit, go back. Yeah, that's true. Did you know that Urias arrest happened in a LAFC game? I did not. I did not know that. Joe Pro said, breaking news, Barry Laminack loves cancer and hates children's programs. Okay. That is... Nope. Eric said, just went to Twitch and I have to do an update when I did one on Tuesday. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Mimi, what's up, girl? Mimi said, I love Archer. I mean, Archer is funny, but I would like it more if it wasn't a cartoon. I would probably watch it if it wasn't a cartoon. But yeah, I can't get into the cartoons for adult shows. Just not my thing. It's not my bag, baby. All right, last headline. Packers and Eagles are going to play in Brazil in week 1. This is another stupid ass idea. Okay. Am I just a grumpy ass old man? Is that what it is? I think all this stuff is stupid. All right. Maybe I am a grump. Maybe I am just a bump on a log. Just a... I don't know. But I just... Why? Are you gonna put a team in Brazil? Well, then why are you playing over there? Are you gonna expand it to London? Well, then why are you playing over there? Oh, my hat is so crooked it drives me crazy. What are we doing, NFL? Why are you playing and are you gonna expand to Germany? Well, then what are we doing? Well, we want to expand the game. That's what TV is for. Why are you playing in Brazil, bro? This makes no sense. None. Just the travel nightmare alone. You know what makes sense? You want to know what makes sense? Play in Mexico City. Play in Toronto. Play in, I don't know, Calgary. Don't play in Brazil. Don't play in Germany. Don't play in London. Keep it around here where teams could travel. You want to expand outside of America? Okay. But how about you do it in a way where teams could still travel to these destinations and it work? But this is stupid. Brazil? Come on, fam. Although I would like to see the cheerleaders. Could you imagine? Man. What? Who had the under on 4? Let's see. Boston best record in the NBA. No, it's dumb. I'd say try watching Invincible, but it's a cartoon. Yeah, no. What are the odds there is an NFL player arrested in Brazil? These Brazilian fans are going to be really pissed off when the players are using their hands on the football. Could be. Yeah. I agree with you. Out-of-market games are stupid, and it takes opportunities away from hometown fans. That's the other thing, is it's like you're losing a home game. A team is losing a home game. Fans are losing a home game. And in some cases, it's halfway around the globe. You got to get your ass up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, why? It just makes no sense. You're not expanding the league you already tried NFL Europe and it failed miserably. You're not the NBA. You're not, the reason basketball became a global sport, you want to know why? Because you can play basketball in some of these countries where maybe financially they're not as prosperous as the United States is, right? Overall. So maybe some of these countries don't have enough money or as much money. So that's okay. They can put up a peach basket or a old record crate or whatever and get a bouncy ball. Maybe they use a soccer ball that they already have. And guess what? Now they're playing basketball. But they don't have a football and pads and helmet, and they got cleats because they play soccer, but they don't have all that shit. Now you got to go out and get 7-on-7 minimum. Or 3-on-3. It's a lot. It's a lot to try to play football. Well, you could get flags and then all that. Oh, okay. Two-hand touch. But they don't give a shit, though. That's just it. They don't care. They never will. You know why? The other reason is because it's an affront to soccer. Because we call it football, and that has pissed off the rest of the world because of our American arrogance. We called it football, and the rest of the world went, ugh, Jesus. Americans are so arrogant that they would take that word, of course, and call their sport football. The nerve of them. Typical Americans. And so now we go over there and go, hey, you want to watch real football? They're like, fuck you. That's another reason it's never going to catch on. Had you called it something else, remember when we would get those guys from across the pond? They'd be like, hey, egg ball, what's up, egg ball? If you'd have called it egg ball, they'd probably be cool with it. They wouldn't give a shit. But you chose to call it something that's offensive to them because they already used that word. So, I don't know. Ian said, I don't like new kickoff rules. Ian, let me tell you something, man. I like the new kickoff rules. The new kickoff rules, one, at least it's not a touchback every time. What was the point in kicking it off? Just put the ball on the 25. Why even have special teams at that point? Every punt's a fair catch. Every kickoff's on the 25. What are we doing? If the average punt is 40 yards, wherever you're at, just mark off 40 yards and give them the ball. And if it's a kickoff, put it on the 25. Why are we even doing this? So I like it because at least there's going to be some plays. Mark said, soccer was actually named soccer by the British. American football was football first. I know soccer was a term used, but I think football, F-U-T, football was used a long time ago. Amos said they might just be trying to expand their TV audience. So they pipe it over there on TV. This doesn't make any sense. PB Dub said all field goal game. Over under new AIDS cases from the Brazil game. Oh, Jim, damn. Damn, Jim. Is AIDS real bad in Brazil? Is that a thing? I don't care what happens as long as the Packers lose. Well, Sean, that checks out. That checks out real good, Sean. All right, there's your sports headlines for the day. We have to get to... Is he even here? Yes, he is. Well, American football is a good Midwest emo band. I think everything could be either an emo band or a ska band. Kind of feel like that. Hey, Astros gave up a run. As soon as they get that 2-run rally going, they come out and give up a run. Sounds about right. Good job, Montero. Jesus Christ. We have a birthday to celebrate, folks. I'm going to need y'all to... Oh, God. Jeez Louise. Would you look at the sludge in this? I must really love you. That's all I'm going to say. Get your shot glasses out, folks. We got a birthday. Ugh. And while it's not technically today, Sean said they have a big problem with certain minorities over there. Oh. Straight from the bottle. Nope, too late. I done already put it in the damn shot glass. So get ready, hoes. We celebrating. Yeah. What? They hate Romanians? I don't think that's who he's talking about, Tony. Yo! Jared Taylor! Happy birthday, my guy! You guys, this Sunday! Jared Taylor's got a birthday this Sunday, you guys. Happy birthday, Jared Taylor! Jared, what you gonna do this Sunday, man? You going to the strip club? Huh? Jared's going to La Bears. All the dongs he can hold for $5. Got the magic mic it up in this bitch. Buddy, happy birthday to you, Jared. I hope Sunday is fantastical. I do, man. Jared's such a good peach, y'all. Jared's one of them cats that you meet and you just go, he's so cool. Like, Jared's just a cool dude. Like, you meet Jared and you think, I like that dude. You don't even know why you like him. You're just like, he's just nice. Even when he's drunk, he's a good dude. Because some people you meet and they're nice, and then they get drunk and you're like, fuck this dude. You know what I mean? But not Jared Taylor. Nay, I say. Jared's good people all the time. So I hope, Jared, you have the best birthday. I hope the wife takes you to the Magic Mike show and La Bears, and man, I hope you get all the dongs in your face that you're looking for, buddy. I do. Because I know you're after it. And I hope Sunday is the best day for you, buddy. I do. I hope you get roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into, or give roadhead or hand jobs, or, you know, maybe that's what you're into. Whatever it is, man, I hope Sunday's the best. I love you, man. I hope you know that. I appreciate you being here. You're the best, homie. Happy birthday. Cheers. Look at that. That is so true. Cece said, happy birthday, Jared. Best dude. Best dude. Alex said, Jared is the opposite of Total Dallas. Likeable. Damn. Wow. That cuts deep. It's not very nice, Alex. Not very nice at all. All right. It's not even here. I thought he was here. I thought he was good. I had just seen him like leave a comment. So I was like, all right, now's a good time to do it. This punk ass done left. All right. You can kiss my ass. He's not even here. You know what he gets? He don't get a goddamn thing. Almost played the sexy song. Get out of here with that bullshit. Happy birthday, Jared. Love you, buddy. Hope you fall down on your birthday because you're not here. No, redo my ass. I ain't redoing shit. Hope he falls down on his birthday now. Suck a nut. Nerd. All right. A couple of quick notes. Yo, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in the transfer portal. Yes. Yes. My man said, what? I'm popular? Let me get my money. So that's going to be cool. We'll see where he ends up. He's feeling it. He's definitely huffing his own farts. So that'll be great. Some more news out of college. Best Steph Blurry. Oh my God, they just keep going, Jim. It's so great. Yeah, Larry Nerd. Larry Blurred. Saw that. What did they say? College Jokic. That's so good. AP National Coach of the Year. Guess who? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Milk Chamberlain was another good one. Kelvin Sampson is your AP National Coach of the Year. And listen here. It's awesome that he wins it. But what I won't allow, what I won't stand for, John McClain took to Twitter and said, if Baylor loses their head coach and he goes to Kentucky, what Baylor needs to do is go after Kelvin Sampson. Let me tell you something, John McClain. Let me tell you something. I know you're a Baylor alum. I know you're a Baylor guy. Let me tell you something, man. I won't stand for this tomfoolery. You're trying to, what are you doing? Huh? What kind of shenanigans is this? What are you doing? You get out of here with that. You're trying to run out Kelvin Sampson. Although I will say, you know, he's grooming his son. That sounds weird. He's grooming his son to take over. Chris said Sampson to Kentucky. I wouldn't be so sure. I wouldn't be so sure because, you know, it's like AJ talked about Monday on the program. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Kentucky doesn't have the money. There's a reason Calipari left. Money in the NIL era matters. And if Calipari thought that Kentucky had the money to compete as far as recruiting goes, he would have stayed. I'm just saying. Oh, Sean. That's hilarious, Sean. That is hilarious. Sean said overrated, hasn't won a damn thing. Oh, Sean. That's so cute. Sean, let me tell you something. That team, when healthy, if that team would have been healthy, do you understand how many good players they lost to injury this year? They lost Al Jarreau. Not only is he a great singer, he's a great basketball player. No, I mean, seriously, they lost a ton of talent because of injury during the season. I mean, forget about who they had playing injured during the season. You get to the tournament, you lose Shed. They still only lose to Duke by a couple of points without Shed playing in the second half. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, if they don't healthy, they're definitely in the Final Four. If that team is healthy. And I'm not talking just Shed. I'm talking all of their players. So that's ridiculous that you would say Kelvin Sampson is overrated and hasn't won a damn thing. Yeah, he hasn't won a damn thing at U of H, but he also, especially this year, he had one of the best teams in the country, hands down. And you know AJ Hoffman, he was on the show Monday, bro, and he'll tell you, AJ's not the kind of guy that's going to come on and blow smoke up your ass. He was very clear. Healthy, U of H was the second best team in the country behind UConn, hands down. Healthy, 100% healthy. So, say what you want, but losing Jamal Shed was huge. I think if they would have... Oh, shut up, Jerome. Jerome said, you're just saying, but you're just wrong. What am I wrong about, Jerome? What am I wrong about? I'm not wrong. If they have all their starters, you don't think that they're a Final Four team, possibly playing for the championship. Stop it. Sampson and Cal, kind of the same guy, right? Sean hates Kelvin Sampson. Can't believe that. You mean the guy whose name is Sean Hates Stuff actually hates Kelvin Sampson? What? Can't believe it. And Chris from Sam Houston is a +1. You mean the guy who goes to Sam Houston State thinks that Kelvin Sampson is overrated? What? All right. So, quick little Masters update for you before we get rolling here. They had a weather delay at the Masters, so tee times were pushed back. If you're watching for Tiger, which I know a lot of you are because you don't give a shit otherwise about golf. Tiger tee times were moved. Round one, he'll be teeing off at 3:54 Eastern, so you done already missed it. He teed off at 2:54 Central. These are Eastern. Tomorrow, he'll be teeing off at 10:18 Eastern. So that'd be 9:18 Central. So yeah, you didn't missed Tiger's tee time today, but he's already playing. So yeah, you can tune out and watch that if you'd like. So congratulations to Kelvin Sampson on winning the AP National Coach of the Year. Also, speaking of congratulations, little house cleaning on this. The winner of our Barry on Deck Bracket Challenge, my dog, my guy, Total Dallas, put in the work. He wins with 1,470 points. Total Dallas got it done. Put the rest of y'all to shame. Well, I mean, Sylvia came in second with 1,360. So it was Total Dallas, Sylvia, and then Black Sheep. That was your top three. Cece finished fourth. Was that Chris from Sam Houston was fifth? I guess I could pull it up. It doesn't matter. If you were second, you were the first loser. Just that's all you need to know. Congratulations to Total Dallas. As much as y'all want to hate on him, you're all his bitch. I said it. Suck it, nerds. He should time you all out for losing to him in the bracket challenge. Y'all know he don't know shit about basketball, and y'all let him beat you? That's sad. Did he win your challenge, Jim on Sports? That's funny. Yeah, so congratulations to Total Dallas for winning the Barry on Deck Bracket Challenge. Sir, I will be sending you an Amazon gift card. Congratulations, sir. By the way, finally got around to paying our Barry on Deck Fantasy Football Challenge winners. All four of you received your cash. Three of you got it via Venmo. Clarence had to be difficult. You got yours via Cash App. And then, and you also all got your Amazon gift cards, and I will be ordering your trophies this week. So get that done. Let's see. Oh, this was interesting. This is just a quick little nod. You've all heard of Dude Perfect, right? Everybody's here has heard of Dude Perfect. They're them cats that do all the different trick shots, right? They'll throw shit out of a helicopter, right? They'll throw shit out of a helicopter, like try to make a shot into a hoop out of a helicopter, and they'll throw a basketball, or they'll try to kick a field goal off the top of a stadium and shit like that, right? You know what I didn't know about Dude Perfect, which is a stupid name? I didn't know they originated in College Station at Texas A&M. The other day, they were celebrating their anniversary, and A&M tweeted about it or posted about it, and they were apparently a class of 2011, 2010. But it said today, Dude Perfect has 110 million followers across all social media, billions of views, and an established brand among the biggest in sports. So, yeah, Dude Perfect. Didn't know this. Dude Perfect originated at Texas A&M. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. As much as they tease him, it's almost as if they have a crush on him. Who? Total Dallas? Yeah, right, CC? Isn't that crazy? Go figure. So Dude Perfect, I had no idea about this. I was stunned as I'm scrolling. But Dude Perfect, they had done their first trick shot was in a backyard, apparently. And it was while they were still going to school at Texas A&M. And as they say, the rest is history. And now you know the rest of the story. So there you go. All right. Time to talk Astros. Time to talk about these godforsaken Astros, who are now losing 13-3. I don't even want to wear this stupid ass hat anymore. I tried to wear my Catstros shirt, thinking that might help. I'm not even wearing this stupid ass hat anymore. Let's talk about what's wrong with the Houston Astros. You want to know what's wrong with the Houston Astros? Hell, it might be easier to run through what's not wrong with the Houston Astros. But here's a good place to start with what's wrong with the Houston Astros. Well, they're 24th in the league in bullpen ERA. That's a good place to start. Jose Abreu. Now, 227 is not his batting average, folks. The 227 is not his on-base percentage. 227 is not his slugging percentage. 227 is his OPS. Do you understand how awful that is? 227 as an OPS is, I can't even tell you how awful that is. I mean, John Singleton has a 423 OPS, and he's awful. Hey, and don't be saying that this is Dusty. I see Chris from Sam Houston with his 0 Dusty and Dusty I trust he is. This has nothing to do with Dusty Baker, by the way. I mean, I need you guys to know that. Dusty has nothing to do with any of this. I mean, Jose Abreu started terribly last year, too. Just so we're clear. This is just bad. So, yeah, Jose Abreu in the month of April, let's see. Well, he doesn't have his numbers. Let's see. I think he finished April with a 235 average, 536 OPS. So he's got a 227 OPS. They're also 2-5 at home. There's another reason why they suck. And oh, by the way, yet another reason why they're bad. Their roster of injuries, the players that they have on IL from their rotation could literally go out and probably win a World Series just amongst those arms themselves. This is the guys that are on the IL. Verlander, McCullers, Valdez, Garcia, and Urquidy. All 5 are on the IL right now. Folks, that is a rotation that you could take into a World Series and feel comfortable that you could win that World Series with this rotation. You'd be like, oh yeah, I feel like we could probably win that. If you got a solid bullpen with that lineup, sure, yeah, no doubt. This is who is currently not pitching for the Astros. So this is what you need to understand. The reason that the bullpen ERA is so bad is because the rotation is not great. Now, Valdez is a new entry into the IL. He had started okay. Christian Javier was pitching well. You obviously you got the no-hitter. But for the most part, the bullpen has been not great. Josh Hader, the guy you brought in, his first save opportunity sucks. 7, 8, and 9 hasn't been living up to their hype. But you know that that's going to be fixed. But here's the thing. What's really going to fix the bullpen is when these guys get back. So Verlander is supposed to be back by the end of April. Valdez should be back. He was on the 15-day IL or the 10-day IL, and they're saying it's just inflammation and soreness. We'll see. They said it's nothing major. We've heard that before. They're hoping he can be back sooner rather than later. Don't expect McCullers back until around the All-Star break, maybe a little after. Same is true for Garcia. Urquidy might be back by May. So you get Verlander in April, you get Valdez in April, you get Urquidy in May. So you get 3 of your starters back. So then you add Javier to that, and now you're going Verlander, Valdez, Javier, Urquidy, and Blanco. Or whoever you think might be your 5th, right? Verlander, Valdez, Javier, Urquidy. Yeah, probably Blanco, right? So what that essentially does, that's a good point, Tony. Astros pitchers is Texas O-line. So what that essentially does, I don't know why we're talking about McDonald's. What? Okay, that's not for me. What that essentially does is when these guys come back to the rotation, some of these guys that are currently in your rotation, well, some of them are going to go back to Sugarland. Some of them probably get slotted back to middle relief, long relief. And some of those cats that are currently giving up runs and sucking ass get sent back to Sugarland. So this ripple effect actually occurs all the way through, right? So you heard a lot about going into this season about, well, the Astros they never really went out and got those bridge guys to get them to 7, 8, and 9. Because I'm not worried about Abreu and Presley and Hader. Those guys are going to be fine. It's not even tax day yet. So I saw somebody say, does Espada make it to June? Holy shit. I don't know who said that. It is just way too soon to be talking about Espada on the hot seat or making it to June. No, like this is not that. This is not that at all. I mean, this dude has nobody that he should be having in his rotation, especially at the top of the rotation. So that's crazy. That's crazy talk. No, Espada is not the problem. Espada is not the one who's hitting has a 227 OPS. Espada didn't hurt Verlander or McCullers or Valdez or Garcia or Keeter. None of this shit. I mean, it's not his fault. Injuries are a huge reason why this team isn't doing well. Now, granted, I felt like he mismanaged a couple of games in the very beginning, and, you know, he's probably going to make a couple of more mistakes here and there. But for the most part, one, this team just hasn't played well. Two, got a lot of young guys coming up and just shitting the bed as making their debut the last couple of games. And you just got Brandon Bielak is just who he is. He is who he thought he was. I mean, look at some of the names that are just bad. Just being bad and on the mound. I mean, good God. I'm going through here and looking at some of the names. It's, let's see. Oh, who's got the 21 whip? Blair Henley. Jesus. Spencer Argetty's got a 333 whip. That's not good. Parker Mushinski's got a 225 whip. That's not good. Abreu and Presley, they're going to be fine. I'm not concerned about that. Hader's going to be fine. His is at 133. You're good with that. Taylor Scott's going to calm down, but he's got a 1.26. So that, okay. I mean, like, yeah, Hunter Brown, he needs to be fixed. But you know what? He probably will figure it out. You hope, but Brandon Bielak, we know who he is. You know, we know who he is. And left Arrighetti in too long. Bro, he was making his debut. The bullpen was taxed from the day before when Henley pitched a third of an inning. So you need a guy to go out and go longer. And it's like, what do you do at this point? This bullpen is fucking exhausted. That's part of the problem. Look at this list. Look at this list. This is part of the problem. This is what I'm telling you. These guys not pitching is a ripple effect all the way down the line. Go back to that Yankee series where you had Hader pitching. He didn't even get to pitch in a save situation until the end of the series or into the next series, and then he blew the damn save. Oddly enough. So all of this is a ripple effect from the injuries and so forth. So all of this shit is just going to smooth out. Surprisingly, the Astros have the second worst record in the American League. Now is not the time to panic. They are getting their asses whooped. Yes. But they're getting their asses whooped by a bunch of guys, Vander Suero, Blair Henley, Dylan Coleman, Miguel Diaz, and Spencer Arrighetti and Parker Mushinski. These are guys who are not going to be on this team in July, August, and September when it matters. I mean, they might be, but they'll be whatevers. Those are not going to be guys you're counting on when it matters. So if this was Christian Javier and Fromber and, hell, if McCullers was up and Verlander and they're getting shelled, then you'd still be like, well, they'll figure it out by May or June. But yeah, if those guys come back and this shit is still happening in June, panic. It's just too soon. It's way too soon. Are they digging themselves a hole? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do they need to figure out how to win at home? Yes, absolutely. But this is a problem. This is the problem. Injuries. And there's nothing you can really do about that. That Hugo said, is this the baseball version of the Warriors' end of a dynasty? I don't think so. I mean, none of these guys are outside of Verlander. None of these guys are old. I mean, none of these guys are so old that they can't get it back. I mean, if they lose it, they lose it. But the Warriors, I mean, what you saw in the second half of last year with Valdez and Javier, whose first halves both of them were vying for a Cy Young. And then maybe they win all Klay Thompson. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, I mean, the guys first half of last season were Cy Young candidates. If they can figure that out and get that back, they're still young. This is not a team. This is not an old team. If they lose it, they lose it. Nothing you can do about that. Tucker's young. Bregman is fairly young. Pena's young. Diaz is young. Jordan is young. I mean, you're young in center field. Abreu's old. Altuve's long in the tooth, but he still can play. He's still one of the best in the business. I mean, the only old guys really is Verlander and Abreu. At least in the lineup. I mean, you got rid of all the old guys that couldn't hit outside of Abreu. So, arms-wise, there's been one complete game in the majors. I mean, in the American League. Ronel Blanco has the only complete game in the American League. And it was a no-no. Go figure. As bad as this team is. So they're going to be fine. You know what I mean? Like, Christian Javier is pitching great. And if he can continue to do that, Ronel Blanco has found money. If he's your 5, imagine that. Imagine your rotation come June, July. Imagine your rotation post All-Star break. All of a sudden is Verlander, McCullers, or I should say Verlander, Fromber, McCullers, Javier, and then Ronel Blanco. What? Yo, that's crazy, because right now Ronel Blanco is your best pitcher. And Javier has a 1.16 whip. He's pitched 3 games. He's given up 2 earned runs in 3 games over 16 innings. Blanco's gone 2 games, 15 innings, and given up no earned runs. These guys are found money. So look, I'm just saying, you're going to get these guys back. Yeah. You got a lot of guys coming back. You'll be fine. 7, 8, 9 are going to be fine. You're getting all these guys back who are going to get you through the 5th. And then all you really have to worry about is the 6th inning. All of these guys coming back are supposed to get you to the 5th. Verlander can get you to the 5th. Fromber can get you to the 5th. McCullers can get you to the 5th. Garcia's supposed to get you to the 5th. Urquidy. All these cats can get you to the 5th. I don't expect Blanco, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't expect Blanco to be able to maintain what he's done. It's just not going to happen. But man, if you put him in middle relief, long relief, he becomes a spot starter. He becomes your, I'm going to go old school on you now. I mean, I say old school. It's not old school, but we're going to take it back a few years into the dynasty. He becomes your Brad Peacock. He becomes your Colin McHugh. He becomes that guy where, we had to skip a start. Fromber's banged up a little bit, or Lance needs to rest his arm. Hey, go out there, Blanco, and give us a spot start. And he does, and he goes 5, gives you a quality start. Maybe he goes 6 and gives up 2. Fucking great. Or maybe Javier doesn't have it one day, and he's shaky after 2 2/3, and you pull him and you put in Blanco, who shuts him down and gets you to the 7th. That's been what Astros baseball has been. But you just gotta get these guys back first, because you can't do anything until you get these guys back. So just hang on, Astros fan. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. And that's exactly what I said on Lima Time podcast today, Alex. I said, man, I hope all of the hospitals in Harris County are on high alert. I hope that all the ERs and all of the urgent cares are on full staff and high alert, because there's about to be a rash of sprained ankles and injuries from all of the people jumping off of the Astros bandwagon, because it's coming and I can't wait. I am so excited to lose all of these goddamn bandwagon fans. I can't wait. So sick of this shit. I'm so sick of these fly-by-night bullshit Astros fans that have been pretending like they give a fuck about this team since 2017. They couldn't name you a goddamn Astro before 2000, much less before 2015. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. In fact, I'll give them a get-out-of-jail-free card. Feel free right now, as of April 11th. Turn in your Astros card right now. I won't say a word. I won't call you out. You just take down all your Astros tweets. You delete that shit from your bio. You turn in all your Astros gear, and we'll pretend like it never happened. But I swear to God, come July and August, if all these Astros fans are talking shit and they're not, and they're doing all this bullshit, hey man, I don't give a fuck. When's football season start? I'm going to be on that ass. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Can't wait. Can't wait. Last thing before we move on, because we're going to get to Jeff Michael going to be joining me here in about 9 minutes from Sports with Balls. It's going to be a good time. Ask him who Frank DiPino is. Oh, I'm going to take it way back. We just talk about Frank DiPino. I'm going to go way back. Oh, shit. I'm going to be like, who was the Astros second baseman in 1984? Answer me that. Riddle me that, bitches. Dana Brown had some words for the fans on Sports Talk 790. He joined the morning show on 790 the other day. He had some words for the fans. Said, hey, we're going to grind through this. We'll run off 8 in a row, 10 in a row. No, Craig Reynolds was a shortstop. Chris from Sam Houston. It was Billy Dorn. We're going to grind through this. We'll run off 8 in a row, 10 in a row. Let me tell you, the fans, don't panic. The sky is not falling. And he's right. It's not even April 15th. It's just way too early. It's just like, you're not even supposed to freak out until the end of May. That's once you get to June 1, that's when you assess where your baseball team is and then go, okay, now it's time to get serious. Let me tell you, June 1 is to baseball what Christmas Day is to basketball. Okay? June 1 is when you look up and go, okay, now the season has really started. Let's get serious. We should be paying attention and fixing what ails us. There's no reason to be panicking on April 11. And I get it. They just got shit on by the Royals. Swept by the Royals. Oh my God. What? I get it. Swept by the Yankees so far. Won 2 out of 3 in Toronto. Split on the road against Texas and swept by the Royals. Awful, awful, awful start. Awful. Whoo. They lose in extra innings to Kansas City 4-3. They get trounced 11-2 and trounced 13-3. Kansas City's won 7 in a row, by the way. But man, this year it feels like when the Astros either win or lose, they do it bigly. Some of their scores so far, they have lost 7-1. They have won 10-0. They have won 8-0. They have lost 10-2, 7-2. They have won 10-5, and they have lost 11-2 and 13-3. That's a lot. That's a. Whew. They're doing it up big. And I've heard a couple of people say some shit about Jose Abreu specifically. He's hitting .081. His OPS is .227. It's bad. It's real bad. He's a notoriously slow starter. He's 37 years old. I don't have a lot of confidence that he's going to be able to turn this around. I just don't. 37's up there. But you really don't have a lot of options. You put all your eggs in this basket, and you're stuck. John Singleton's not going to get it done. I saw somebody asking, could Caratini play first? I don't know. But this is who you're stuck with. And I guess I could look up on, what's it called? Baseball Reference what it is, but it just doesn't matter. Jose Abreu is a notoriously slow starter, but this is awful. A 227 OPS. It's bad. It's bad. But you know what? Think of him as your Maldonado for the year. You can fade Abreu in this lineup because the rest of this lineup is that good. But Abreu is not the reason why the Astros are losing right now. Because Abreu is not a pitcher. He's not out there giving up 13 runs and 11 runs to the Royals. They're losing 11-2 and 13-3. He's not the reason why. So, all right, we're going to take a quick break, a couple of minutes, and we come back at 4 o'clock. I'm going to be joined by Jeff Michael of Sports with Balls. We're going to get to know Jeff. I've done his show before. He's very similar to doing to what I do here on Barry on Deck. Great dude. This Masters site is really nice. Oh, you on the Masters site, CC? Okay. Yeah, when we come back, we're going to talk to Jeff Michael, Sports with Balls. We're going to get to know Jeff, figure out what's going on in his world. Hey, what's up, Houdini? And, yeah, maybe talk a little Astros, get his thoughts on it. He's a sports dude, so it's rare that I actually have people on the show that know and can talk sports, so we'll get his thoughts on the Astros and everything else. Right after this, don't go anywhere. All right, this is, we're down the home stretch. Yes, you can click on a player and it'll take you to their hole. Oh, nice. Oh, take you to their hole. Are you sure you're on the Masters site, CC? All right, don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Stick around through the break, guys. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. Do some dope on the corner with me, and we'll be right back, bitches.
I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old to go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope, corner doing dope. Corner doing dope, corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope, corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right. Bend down the goddamn corner doing dope. Bend down the goddamn corner doing dope. Bend down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope, dope. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Corner doing dope. 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 Corner doing dope.
Hey, welcome back to the final hour of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. To those of you that did, those of you that didn't, can go have sex with yourself. I don't know why you would leave. This is going to be the best part of the show, dumbasses. All right, real quick before we get into it, I want to say thank you to PP Dubs. Thank you for the $7 Thankful Thursday, my friend. You're the best. I appreciate you, Dubs. Sylvia, thank you for the $5 Thankful Thursday, sweetie. She said, happy BOD Thankful Thursday. You're the best. Oh, my sweet, sweet Donna. Thank you for the $10 Thankful Thursday. She said, happy Thankful Thursday. And CC, my girl CC said, blah week, so make me laugh today, funny man. Hashtag personal. Thank you, CC. You're the best. Thank you for your $5 Thankful Thursday. Thank you to everybody that supports the show. Y'all are the best. Best community in the best community in the world. But CC's at a bar, so she's going to be shit-faced by the time this show's over, no doubt. So CC, that's I need to go check out the Masters website. That sounds pretty dope. You can actually just go right to, so you can watch them play. Masters website, so you can see them play, or like, is it like the Statcast or whatever, where you can watch, but it's not like real. It's just like a fake batter and all that bullshit, or is it like the actual? Oh, I'll look later. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to jam up my damn feed right now. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in my effort to bring you the best, would Mark say going to take her longer than an hour to get shit-faced? Well, that's true. In my effort to bring you the best guests on this fine program, I am reaching new heights because I have brought you today a man who is killing the game in doing what we do here, similar to what we do on Barry on Deck. He has a show called Sports with Balls. You can catch it on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. He has this show's been around for a while. I've done it. You may have heard it on Sports Map Radio, I believe it was. I can see him in the green room. He's nodding his head. Yes. You can check it out on TikTok at Sports with Balls, Facebook at Sports with Balls, and Twitter at Sports with Ball, no S. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the show, Jeff Michael, everybody. Jeff, what's up, buddy?
What's up, BL? Can you hear me?
Yes. Like, this is literally the best microphone of any guest I've ever had in the history of the show. I expected nothing less from you, my friend. Welcome.
Yeah, hey, thank you, man. Just trying to watch a little bit of this Masters game. I love this tournament. Obviously, Tiger Woods playing in it is absolutely special. But it's interesting, man. This week is great for golf, and I hope Tiger does well. It's good for TV. It's good for the sport.
Did you see the odds of him winning the tournament was like plus 15,000?
I did, and I don't expect him to win. I think if he makes the cut, it'll be 24 consecutive, which will break the record for consecutive cuts at the Masters. But speaking of gambling, have you seen? You know Otani's interpreter, right? And the whole gambling situation with Shohei.
Yep.
Did you see, so the numbers just came out, and it just came out on this, like right when you were doing, I was listening to your song during the break, sitting on that damn corner doing
Yeah.
which I thought was hysterical.
That's our theme song on this show.
I know, it's hysterical. This dude placed 19,000 wagers.
Yeah.
19,000 bets and 142 million he won, but he also lost 183 million.
He lost $183 million?
Yes, that's what they just came out with in 19,000 bets. So he won 142, he lost 183. So I guess he lost $41 million.
What happened to the 4.5?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Holy
I was like,
shit.
How rich is Shohei's interpreter?
Yeah. So I did see something where they said apparently, because people were like, well, how do you not know that this dude's taking all this money? And I said, look, when you're as big as Shohei Ohtani is, first of all, you have people that do everything for you. Because they said his interpreter would run errands for him. He would go get water for him. He would carry his water bottle or whatever. So when you're that big, you have assistants and people. And so, yeah, people are going to pay your bills. You don't do any of that shit, right? But what I did see was that apparently once he got access to Ohtani's bank account, he turned off alerts. So he had disabled Ohtani getting all of the alerts. So when he was taking the money and moving it and doing all that shit, Ohtani never knew about it, which explains now to baseball and everybody else why Ohtani never knew, because he was like, I guess all these big transactions he wasn't getting an alert for. So, I mean, like, I know my wife spends $7. My phone's like, holy shit, $7. I know right away. That's not true. She makes all the money.
You don't have seven. He probably has, 500 million in the bank. And so what's 1 or 2 million missing?
Exactly.
But, 19,000 bets he placed in 3 years is what it's saying.
Crazy. Yeah, it says
19,000. Like, what's the math on that, man? Like, how many is that a day?
That's wild, dude. Dude, that's a lot. That's a serious gambling problem. Yeah, there it is right there.
Oh, you're seeing it now? Yeah.
142 million in total losses of 183, leaving a total net balance of negative 40 million. Bro, that's doing sexual favors to gamble level of gambling.
Well, so listen, so my question is it that one bookie? Because that dude is loaded.
Oh, you think? He made 40
bookie from LA.
He made 40 million just off of this dude. Imagine the rest of the people.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's got to be rolling in the dough, man. And I know for a fact that bookie, I forgot his name, but he's under investigation. He's been under investigation for like 3 years in California. But I mean, he's really going to be in trouble now, because I don't know if that guy's going to have to repay all this money. Does he keep any of these winnings? Because how did they get these numbers? Did that guy rat on him, show him the books?
Oh, yeah. Well, they said so. The bookmaker is not named in the complaint, but his role and detail match that of Matthew Boyer. So I think they've kind of known who it was. But yeah, I think he's been under investigation for a while. They Definitely. Know, bro. Yes, it's the feds. The feds know everything. Shit, they know. Bro, if you're making 40 million off one dude, the feds know. You can't go and make 40 million and the feds are like,
what's his side business? How's he writing that off?
Exactly. That's
Does he own a dry cleaning company? What's going on?
Yeah. Oh, he just ran into 40 million. Lucky him.
Yeah, he's in Monaco once every other week, and it's great dry cleaning business, man.
What does it say? Otani loses 5K between the seat cushions. Yeah, that's probably true, Cisco. That's very true. He wouldn't even notice that.
Yeah.
See, that's the smart thing is if you're going to do it in smaller chunks where he wouldn't notice. Not huge, but that's maybe why you end up making 19,000 bets. But
I wonder if any of this is going to come back to Shohei. I really do. And maybe they were just that good of friends where he just didn't want to understand or realize what the hell this guy was doing, and it just kept going until this guy finally got busted. But I find it hard to believe that if you're gambling $140 million that Otani doesn't know. 19,000 bets, like that's insane. On what? What sport are we talking about?
Everything but baseball. That was what he said. I never bet on baseball. I loved it because he was like, it was so funny because when they talked to the interpreter and when it first broke, he was like, hey, listen, I bet on everything but baseball. They made it very clear that was against the rules. It was like, now you're following the rules. You stole money. You're illegally gambling. But now all of a sudden we're supposed to believe you're following the rules by not betting on baseball. Okay. Now you're not breaking rules. Ridiculous.
He was doing what your theme song is talking about.
Sitting on the corner doing dope. Exactly. Ridiculous.
Nobody bets that much and doesn't have a substance abuse problem. I tell you
For
that.
real. Yeah.
I know a lot of gamblers, including me. I would not bet that much money. Like, and I don't think I have a substance abuse.
You're like, I haven't smoked crack in weeks.
Yeah. It's been a while, right?
Yeah. You know what? I am of the belief, and this is just me, but I really don't think Otani had anything to do with this. I don't know why. Call me naive. Call me just wanting to believe in humanity. But I really don't think that dude knew what was going on. I think he has too much to risk and too much to lose. I think had he known, he would have fired the dude and gotten rid of him and said, bro, I cannot risk the amount of money that I have for your dumb ass out here gambling. I don't think he would have. And that's just me. But, man, when you see those numbers, you're right, though. It makes you pause and go, how?
That's wild.
How do you get to 140 million or 80 million or whatever it was? Come on.
That's insane. 19,000 bets. And I forgot the dates. Let's just say 3 years. So if you do 19,000 divided by 19. Hold on. Let me try to do this. 19,000. Let's just do divided by 1,000, which is about 3 years. What's that? 19 bets a day.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. That's crazy. And let's take that even further. So let's see. So 19,000 bets. Well, let's see. So 3 years. Hold on. And we're going to do this shit right. 365 times 3. 1,095 days. 19,000 divided by 1,095 days is... Wait a minute. That don't seem right. 19,000. Did I do that wrong? Oh, yeah. It's got to be 1,095 divided by 19,000, right? Nope. I'm fucking this all up.
What are we doing? 19. It's 19 total bets a day. Like he placed 19 bets a day. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, really?
Like
is that what it is?
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
19? I might do like 2 parlays.
Dude.
And then maybe kind of cover it up with one more bet. And that's every other day or something like that. Man, is that a problem? But like 19 bets a day.
And you figure, all right,
19 bets a day? What?
That's a lot. Especially if you're like, okay, if you're up, let's say you might be up 19 hours a day. Let's say you sleep 5 hours a day. You're making a bet an hour. Every hour you're like, I need another bet. I'm jonesing for another bet. Dude, that's every hour you're just, I got to get another bet in.
That is an addiction problem. Now, but I mean, look, we'll see. Well, more information is going to come out. This just came out right before, obviously, I came on with you. And I thought it was pretty interesting and a good topic to jump into. It's this guy, that's a lot, dude. That's mind-blowing numbers. Mind-blowing numbers.
I would have never guessed. I would have been like, oh, a couple million, maybe some really big bets on like, put a $500,000 on the Super Bowl type shit. But it just sounds like he was just
You're
nickel
telling
and
me
diamond
he paid
bets.
that bookie? He paid that bookie $13 million a year. That's freaking nuts, man.
Dude.
That's insanity, dude.
Yeah.
That's $1 million a month. That is $1 million a month on gambling. I didn't even look at it like that. Like,
Hey man, I know
my
you
God.
just now that you say that. Holy shit. Hold on. Now I gotta know what's $1 million divided by 30.
Yeah. How much are we talking a day?
$33,333 a day.
Yeah, if you break it down, yeah.
Oh my God. And then you divide that by his 19 bets. This dude was betting about $1,750 per bet per hour. So he was literally gambling about $1,750 every hour. What?
That's freaking crazy.
Dude, most people don't make that in a week. He was gambling in an hour what most people make in a week. Every hour of every day for years.
For 3 years.
God, that's insane, dude.
Wild, man.
Yeah.
And going to the games and shooting the shit with Ohtani in the in the dugout, like just kicking it like it's no big deal.
Yeah, you know what? You got to be a really good liar and actor to never lead on that you're doing it either, if you think about that. You got all that shit going on. And, because there was one point, Jeff, where he's like, he's on the phone and he's placing a bet. And Ohtani walks in. He's like, oh, hey.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What's going on? He's like, hey, what are you doing? No, I'm texting my mom. He's like stealing money from him. He's like, how's your mom? Oh, she's good. Like, bro, how do you play that off? That shit. That's wild to me, dude. That's absolutely wild.
$41 million now.
Jesus.
140 lost 180 million. Like, how do you
Crazy.
lose $180 million in 3 months of gambling, dude?
Crazy.
That's Charles Barkley. That blows Barkley out the door.
Yeah,
all
no
those
shit,
dudes,
right?
Like like MJ. That's MJ money.
That's
like
MJ
Jordan,
losing
that's
money
like,
type
that's,
shit.
That's how Jordan does it. This dude was an interpreter. What are you like? Oh man, mind blowing.
Wasn't his money.
It's mind boggling.
Well, he don't give a shit. Yeah. Yeah, no shit. Well, hey man, tell me about sports with balls. Tell me how that got started.
In my
how you
garage,
started.
man. I got sick and tired of the politics getting involved in sports, and it was getting really bad on what Dan Patrick likes to say, the mothership. And I just, man, I got, because it used to be entertaining to sit here and talk about sports. Those guys were funny. The commercials were funny. Like it was just awesome, and it had changed. And so I started doing a recording in my garage, and I've always been a sports guy. I was sports in high school, played professional basketball straight out of high school in Europe. Like,
oh shit!
And so I've always been.
How long did you play in Europe?
Doing a sport for a year and a half. Belgium, Croatia, and Germany.
Out of high school?
I got. Yeah,
hold on, brother.
Well,
don't be speeding on past this, Jeff. We're gonna slow this down, brother. I'm leading this interview. This is. I know you think that I brought you on here to talk sports. I brought you on here to talk about you, Playboy. We'll talk sports. I'm interviewing you. Okay, this is about sports, but this is about you too. Let's pump the brakes here, brother. I didn't know this about you. So you straight out of high school, you were like straight off to Europe?
Yes, and so back then I had to pay to play over. Back then, this is 1995.
Oh shit!
And they gave me the option to go play in Europe, or I could go obviously to college. And I could travel the world in Europe. My parents were like, "Which one do you want to do? You want to go travel the world?" I was fortunate enough where they were able to take care of that. And so I went over there for a few months, and I was like, "This is amazing." I won a few tournaments with my team. We had a team that represented from Houston. And we ended up getting the silver medal in a big tournament over there that was sort of like a step down for the Junior Olympics. And so then I got offered to go play for Belgium and Croatia and Germany straight after that. And I just hopped around for, buses with teammates and stuff like that. It was a blast. And I don't regret it at all, but never ended up going. I tried to go back to college when I got back, and it was just by then I like to get out too much, if you will. So college wasn't even in the plans, and
like to party a little bit.
I like to have a good time, And
what was
at that point? I was
How old were you? How old were you when you, because you, out of high school, you had to be 17 or 18, right?
18 years
Okay.
old, 18 to almost 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
And
So
then when
you're
I came
in,
back, I went to Memphis.
so you're in Europe at 18 to almost 20.
yeah.
Which
Yep.
I
It's
don't know
legal.
what it's like over there, but that's everything's legal and 18 to 20 over there.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I remember, we would go out and get hammered the night before a tournament game, and it's always my fault. So go figure. It was always my fault. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, man.
Did your parents know that this was going on? Were you there like?
No, so back then, we didn't have cell phones. There's no communication. There's no cameras like we have now. There's no social media. I had to call my parents probably once a week, and one phone call back then was $20-something just for like 10 minutes, right? So we didn't talk that often. They didn't know what we were doing. But I tell you what,
Go ahead.
When we did win that tournament, we came in. I flew into Intercontinental Airport, and my mom hadn't seen what we had done. What we had done. It had been all over the news. It was a huge tournament in Europe, and when we came back, there were news cameras and like thousands of people at the airport. And I see her first, and she's like, "What is all this?" And I was like, "We got the silver medal." And she was like, "What?" And it was a blast, man. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, man. And I still keep in touch with a lot of my teammates from that team because there is social media now. So it was a lot of fun.
Dude, that's crazy. And so you came back and went to Memphis after that?
Yeah, my dad was in Memphis, and I was going to go to Memphis State, which is now University of Memphis. I had a scholarship to go there prior to going to Europe to play basketball. So tried to walk onto the team. I didn't make it, so I ended up going to a small community college, and it just spiraled downhill after that to where sports just kind of – I was getting too old. Those kids were getting too quick and fast. And, even at 21, 22 years old, it was – once you take a year off, that's pretty much it.
You're cooked after that, right?
Well, I got more interested in women. Let's be honest. I got more interested in
now the truth comes out. You're like, I was old and okay, I liked women.
Well, you can't get up, but you can't go out and party and get up and play So
no,
it was. I ended up being a bartender and a promoter.
In Memphis, or did you come back here to do that?
No. I got an offer to come back to Houston to work at a hot spot called the Gatsby back then, and Bronx Bar, which from a long time ago, which were a lot of fun, man. And I had a good time. I don't regret anything. It was a blast, man. And so it led up to me going through numerous jobs, whatever, and then sitting in my garage watching Sports Center and getting annoyed with what they were doing. And so I started talking about sports because we would have friends over. I had a nice man cave. We'd have friends over. And they were like, dude, you should do a sports show. And so one night I got my buddy in there, and I'm doing a bunch of research for it. And he's high as a kite, bro. Smoked weed. God bless him. He's passed away now. But he was, man, I mean, he one of those guys that brings over a backpack full of just like a professor of marijuana, and he would lay it all out on the table. And I don't smoke weed, but I thought it was hysterical, right? And people would come over, and they do. So, we'll do whatever you do. It's not that big of a deal. And, man, one night he's sitting there, and he's just laying back, dude, and he's like, sports with balls, bro. And I was like, that's a great name. I was like, oh, my God.
That's it.
So I immediately got on the internet and looked it up on LegalZoom, and I'll be damned if it wasn't taken across the board. It was wide open. So I just bought everything right then, like bam, 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 bam. And started doing the show at Lucky's Pub upstairs. And I wanted to just do a fun show, man, where friends got around and talked, and podcasts were taken off. This was 4 years ago.
Okay.
And then, as you know, I got Lauren Leal to join the show, and the rest is history, dude. We had a blast. And I'm on my next show will be show 300.
I saw that. When you sent me the stuff this morning, I went and looked, and I saw you had done 299. So that was April 8th.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to get Lauren back on to do 300.
Did she do your first show?
Just so busy.
Yeah.
No. She came in. I guess it was 30 or 40 into it, and
okay.
When you do these things, it takes time to get your feet on your ground. I'd never done anything like this before, so I'm glad I didn't perfect it, but at least I wasn't uncomfortable or nervous or anything like that. And it took me a while to get going, man. But I always tell people if they're looking to start a podcast, like just press play, just go, and you can figure it all out as you go.
What do you? That's a good point. Is that your best advice for somebody? Just press play and go.
Yeah, I have numerous people I'm talking to now that are trying to start podcasts and want to, they've got great ideas and stuff like that. I'm like, look, you got to imagine if you're driving down a road in the middle of whatever state you're from and something's on the radio, are you going to pay attention to it? You have to be entertaining. You've got to be engaging, and you got to have people just listen to you. And yeah, the best advice I would give anybody is just press play, man. Record, just go. Put a microphone in front of yourself and turn on your phone and just press play, because it will progressively get better as you do more and more and more and more.
My advice, people always will ask me, because this is show number 775. So I'm approaching 800. Nice. Well, I do it 4 days a week. I was doing it 5 days a week for a long time, and it's live, but then I still podcast it when it's over with. But people will ask.
I don't have. I was gonna say I don't have my show from the sports networks. Those aren't counted. This is just Sports with Balls. It's on 300. I've done other shows, obviously.
Yeah.
That don't count towards that. But my main show, my baby, was Sports with Balls. Yeah, that one's 300.
Yeah. Well, I started this after ESPN, because a lot of the deckheads were, I had the usual suspects, and they were just like, do your own show. So I was like, okay. So yeah. I had gotten laid off on a Monday. My last show was Wednesday, and this started the following Monday. I've been doing it ever since. But a lot of people ask if I wanted to get into podcasting, what's your advice? And I always tell everybody the same thing. Don't. Fucking don't. Get a job. Go and get a job that pays good, that's stressful, and oh my God.
If you're looking to pay your bills,
oh my God.
Podcasting.
No,
it takes a long time.
The one thing I always tell people is if you think that you're going to start a podcast and be famous in 3 weeks or 6 weeks, don't even start. This is a long haul thing. You have to do this for years and years. I mean, bro, you've been doing it for 4 years. I've been doing it for 4 years, and neither one of us are even close to where we want to be yet. You know what I mean? Like, we're not even close. And so, it's like, it is a grind. And that's the thing that I think most people don't realize. But it's
a lot of work.
You've had a lot of success on Facebook, I've seen, and that's where I didn't have any success. But you had a ton of success over there, right?
Yeah, so I was at one point reaching 15 to 20 million people a month. My Facebook page which is fantastic. Now, since then, it has been hacked, and I should get it back later on this month. They told me, it's been almost 90 days because this person hacked it, they have that Meta Business Suite. For those of y'all that don't know, it's like how you get paid through Facebook. So once you get X amount of followers, stuff like that. So somebody got into that Meta Business Suite, hacked it, and started posting just weird videos, people crushing glass. And thank God it was nothing terrible. And it only got about 6 videos deep, but I haven't been able to access my business page for almost 90 days. But yeah, Facebook was a huge launching off point for me, and that's where I started. I remember over COVID, it wasn't George Strait, Garth Brooks had a live concert over COVID, and it was over Facebook Live. And I said, wait a minute. I was hammered, man. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, wait a minute. You can go live I didn't know you could go live on Facebook, and it didn't cost you anything or whatever, right? So I called my producer up at like 3 a.m. and I'm wasted. I'm like, dude, do you have cameras? Can we go live? And he's like, you really want to? I was like, yes. And this is like, I don't know, my 10th show in. So the next night I show up to the bar, and he's got cameras set up and stuff. And I'm like, hey, man, what are the cameras for? He's like, you don't remember calling me? I said, bro. No, and I wasn't even prepared for cameras, right? I just sunglasses, kind of, hung over. I'm like, oh crap. So, and sure enough, man, he just, we went live that night, and it caught on. The Facebook Live thing kind of caught on, and it goes back to what you said a minute ago about it's a grind. You have to stay vigilant. You've got to understand algorithms. You have to do your research. Like, you got to put a lot of effort into these things. You can't just get in front of a microphone and a camera and start talking sports or life or whatever you want. This is just like any other business. It's going to take you time.
Yeah. And you deal with the ebbs and the flows and the good and the bad. And you understand that some weeks are going to be better than others. Some days are going to be better than others. Some months and years. And It is. It's a weird, wild beast in and of itself. You know what I mean? And you've
Definitely.
taken yours to radio as well, right? You did some radio.
Yes, sir.
With Sports Map Radio, correct?
I did Sports Map Radio for a little over a year. In fact, they just offered me another contract. I had to turn it down.
Nice.
For those of y'all that don't do this business, and we're on BL show, so I can sit here and say it. We just talked about it. It doesn't pay well. Okay, like especially not from the beginning, right?
No.
It wasn't a contract that it couldn't pay my bills. Like there's just no way. And that's just how this is how the business is set up. It wasn't this way 10, 15 years ago from what I've heard. But now it's a very, very tough business, tough world to crack. But I did get offered another contract through Sports Map Radio / ESPN 97.5 here locally. And I had to turn it down because I did get a new job. And I had to turn this Sports with Balls into a hobby. I'm still going to keep doing Sports with Balls. And now the football season's not on. I tone it down a little bit and go about 2 to 3 days a week instead of all 5. I don't like beating dead horses and going over the same topics over and over and over constantly. So I try to wait till there's like a few days of build up and then I can get into stuff a little bit deeper. So and when football season cranks back up, I'll go, or right before, probably around the draft or right afterwards, somewhere in there, I'll kick it back up to 5 days a week. But I'm still going to do Sports with Balls, but got to pay. I got to go to St. Louis on Monday for my new job. I can't wait.
Nice. Can you tell us what the new gig is, or is it?
Yeah. So I am a national sales consultant now for Stellar, which is a cotton company. You know, cotton here in Houston that's advertises here in Minute Maid Park. Great job. I'm a full-time dad, so this is 401k, full benefits, great salary. So. Yeah, so I'll be doing Sports with Balls from hotel rooms from now on, probably.
Now, do you
which
still
is
do
fine
it?
with me.
Do you still do it as a video show, or is it audio still, audio only?
So I'll do the same thing like you. I'll videotape. I'll do a live show about 30 to 40 minutes in the morning, and then directly after, I'll shoot it out as a podcast version.
Oh, there you go. That's cool. So you do live in the morning, and then you podcast it.
Yeah, and then I podcast it and share it through everything. I wish that I could get my Sports with Balls page back because obviously that helps out a ton when it comes your listeners when you're reaching 15 to 20 million people. Now my personal page. Now that's not look, people that are listening, go to Sports with Balls. Please go follow it because it is going to get back up. And man, the banter on that page. It was getting, I'm getting 500-600 comments per post on there and, thousands and thousands and thousands of likes and stuff like that. And the banter, it was hysterical. But it also comes with people personally messaging you the most ridiculous stuff you could, I'm sure I don't understand how people are this naive, stupid, idiotic. I guess they just want reactions, man, because they send you the weirdest messages, man. Like this guy told me the other day, he sent me a message and he found a picture on my Facebook and he personally put it in my inbox and was just like, is it my fault your daughter looks like a boy? And I'm like, what? And there's and there was no reason for it. My daughter's a beautiful girl. She doesn't look anything like a boy. Like I was like, it's obviously an parent trying to, somebody trying to jab at me. And I was like, and that's just
trolls, just trolling.
Oh
my God, dude. I'm telling you, cause I also post, doing stand up. I also have to post a lot of videos for stand up. And a couple of weeks ago, I did this where I just started going to some of my stand up accounts and reading the comments on this show. And people were my God, you got to do this once a week. This is hilarious. Because people were like, yo, you look like a thumb. I was like, what the fuck? Like, guys.
I look like a thumb.
Yeah, so some guy was like, you look like a thumb. Dude. And I was like, I can't even be mad because he's right. You know what I mean?
No, I can't be mad at you.
People are brutal, dude, but they just want to troll. And it's hilarious.
They got a lot of time on their hands, man. But it's funny you mention that. It's funny you mention that because you do that as a stand-up routine. And I was going to implement. I've been working on this for years, and I've been trying to implement it because I know a lot of females, got a lot of female friends, and their inboxes are hysterical. And I was going to do a 15-minute segment during my sports show and have them read their inboxes out loud, on the show, because man, that is hysterical. So that's a good idea for a segment.
Dudes are creepy. We are the worst. I actually said that. I do that on stage where I'll be like, who's the creepiest guy on the internet? And I love to sometimes, because a lot of comics will ask questions on stage, but it's stupid ass questions. They'll be like, and I can't stand it because it's just lazy comedy. Because they'll be like, and I'm guilty of it sometimes, where they'll be like, where are all my couples at? Or they'll be like, who here likes coffee or whatever. But the worst one I ever heard was somebody was like, who here likes sleeping? I was like, what the fuck, bro? Everybody. What are you going to ask? Who here likes breathing? What kind of dumbass question is that? Like, who likes sleeping? Are we really? But they some of the questions that you'll ask. So one that I asked, I was trying to remember now. Shit. I said, who is the creepiest? Who is the creepiest dude on the internet? And that I'll just ask.
Well, it was OJ.
Well, yeah, but I asked like
it was OJ.
Oh, isn't that weird? But I asked, who is the creepiest guy on the internet? And I'll ask it open ended like that and see what people say. Yeah. And it's so funny the shit that people will say. Oh, it's it's crazy. And my answer is always no. No matter what they say, the answer is no. And it's always the foot guy. Foot guys are the creepiest fucking dudes on the internet. Hands down, bar none. And I say that because, bro, whenever like a lot of my female friends will show me, they'll be like, hey, will you send me a picture of your feet? And that's in their DMs. It's like, what are you doing, bro? That is so creepy. It's just the weirdest thing. So yeah, that's a whole segment. Is just chicks DMs.
What do you think all those people, the foot people, did when they shut down all the porn sites?
Right.
Remember, like, so now you can't get on YouPorn, you can't get on RedTube, you can't get on any of those porn sites that everybody's always used to. Like, the foot people had issues, man. Y'all better have the same videos.
They had to they're just on like Craigslist, just uploading them there. Hell, I don't know.
Is that still a thing? Is Craigslist still going on? I don't even
know. Let me see. I got to go and see a Craigslist.com.
I remember trying to call a Craigslist.
It is a thing still. How is that even online? That's crazy. Yeah. You met somebody on Craigslist?
I remember we tried to call girls from there, like wasted in our late 20s, at like 5 or 4 in the morning, whatever. Been like, let's see if we can get a girl over here or whatever. I don't think it ever worked.
That's wild. Yeah, I don't think
I thought Craigslist was shut down because there's some weird stuff that goes on in there. So crazy. I had no idea that was still a thing.
That's crazy. They'll shut down Pornhub, but they won't shut down Craigslist. That's that's pretty wild. So you out of high school, you went and played basketball overseas. That's pretty dope. Then you started. I think
here's one of my. There's the
other side.
That was a tournament. That's a silver medal for one of the tournaments in Europe.
Oh, that's dope.
Let's see. There's a few of them back here. My son lost my junior Olympics medal, which sucks. I don't know what he did with it. But
basketball, junior Olympics, or track?
Yeah, basketball.
Nice.
Yeah, I just picked this up the other day. And that's why I'm Masters a little bit.
Are you a big golf guy?
Tigers rookie.
Okay.
I live on a golf course. I think I've played it twice. I like playing golf. I just don't have the time.
Okay.
And I'm competitive. I don't drink when I play golf. And all my buddies, they want to go to these tournaments and want me invited and want me to go play, but they get hammered, man. And
pisses you off, huh?
I'm not a. Yeah, I want to have fun too, but I want to win. So I don't want to get hammered. So they all by hole 9, man, they're 10 Jello shots deep and sitting with the cart girls and And
you're like, guys, we're down 3 strokes. They're like, oh my God.
Come on, man.
Jeff, just relax and have a beer. You're like, we're down 3. Everybody's locking up. They're like, oh God, bro, we're not bringing you next year.
That's exactly right. Exactly. That's why I don't get invited anymore.
Are you
no fun, man.
You're the high-strung, sober friend.
Yeah. Buzz killer. We don't have fun with Jeff, man. Yeah. Don't invite him, bro.
And then you're like, well, how come you guys never invite me anymore? Cause you freak out, dude.
That's almost exactly right.
That's pretty okay. That's funny. Oh wait, hold on. Joe Pro in the chat said an ad on Craigslist for a spot on Backpages that sells a password to OnlyFans. Wait, what? People are creepy and I don't trust. That's crazy, Joe Pro. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
There was a girl over here one night, and I tried to get her an OnlyFans page. I was going to be her OnlyFans manager, man. I thought that was
Is that a
great
thing?
idea. Yeah, it is a thing. There's people that run these girls' pages, and they get paid a ton of money, man. That's like the easiest way I've ever.
Manager?
Yeah, they run these girls' pages and stuff like that. Like the girls it's crazy how a female body can make that much money. Like
Wait a minute.
Just
Wait
with a camera.
Jeff, now wait a
wow.
damn minute. An OnlyFans manager, that's just an e-pimp, bro. That's
exactly what it is.
You're just an e-pimp.
I was going to do it. Man, I got logged on. I created her an account and everything, man. I was ready
really?
to go. I did, swear to God. I was gonna manage her account. She was gonna have a webcam at her house, whatever. I was gonna get it done. I mean, shoot, I had plenty of I do the show, right? So I'm good with the internet. I was like, I can figure this out. This is no problem, right?
Did she chicken out, or did she like, no, I can do this on my own?
She did. Well, I don't know. Maybe she did that because we haven't spoken in a while. But maybe. This was a while ago.
She found another pimp.
But,
better
I've
check.
never actually been on OnlyFans. I've never checked that site out. I was trying to sign her up and everything, but I've never actually. I don't have an account. Like I've
you
never
need to go look her up and see if she's got one. She may have done it without you. What's her name? I'll go look.
No names on air.
Oh, damn it.
I'll tell you.
Text
afterwards.
it to me. I'll look her up.
Yeah.
I ain't scared.
Exactly.
What does Cisco say? Gators bitches better be using Jimmy's. I don't even know what that means. That's probably a reference I don't get, Cisco. Damn it. What is this?
Jimmy's, Trojans, condoms.
I mean, I know Jimmy's, but I don't know what Gators bitches is. What is Gators? What are you talking about, Cisco?
Is that like lot lizards? You know what a lot lizard is?
Yeah,
right?
I know what a lot lizard is. They make some pop
like,
culture references sometimes, and I don't get them. I'm old compared to some of these cats, bro.
These gators. You mean somebody in Florida?
Oh, it's from the other guys. I don't know. I think I've seen that. I don't know.
Oh, is that Will Ferrell? Will Ferrell movie?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't remember. Bro, I can't even remember what I talked about yesterday. I don't even remember what I talked about in the first hour of this damn show. I'm supposed to remember a line from that movie? Shit. Yeah, you brought it up earlier. Let's talk a little bit about OJ. What's your favorite OJ memory? Just kidding.
Well, the chase. Well, listen, and it's obviously the chase because I'm watching the 94 finals, the Rockets-Knicks, and I'm just like, Akeem's having a hell of a series, and I was at game 2, or game 3, I'm sorry, or game 2 or 3, I forget. But I was like, I'm stoked. The Rockets are going to beat the Knicks. We're finally going to win a championship. Right in the middle of it, they cut out of the NBA Finals to go watch OJ down the freeway. I think that's everybody's memory of OJ.
Yeah, that's
like, unless you're like old school, and you just remember him playing football. But I even think that trumps that.
Oh yeah, I was jokingly, I was doing a podcast this morning and I brought that up and I was like, mine was when he hurdled that bench and hurt in that Hertz commercial. That was a fantastic moment in his career. Now, it's wild to me. Is it bad though that I was kind of like, yes, that he died? I feel like fuck that dude. I know I probably shouldn't say that, but I don't give a shit. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Of all the people in the world that it could have happened to, oh well.
I posted something in February on Sports with Balls. I posted that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer. And then there wasn't a whole lot
cancer.
of news. Yeah, they took a good one. I finally got it right, cancer.
Yeah.
So I was I hadn't heard any news, zero, and maybe he had been in hiding, and any news that did come out about him was very negative until this morning when I found out that he had passed away. And I don't think there was any person. I did see one NFL running back that tweeted something like it was his uncle. I want to say it was Todd Gurley that posted "Gonna miss you," the rest in peace, whatever. But I think the rest of the world was like, finally, like vindication, whatever.
Yeah. Later. Oh yeah, Joe Pro said, "Holy shit, it was butthole cancer." Yeah, I didn't even know that. And I gotta say, I gotta commend you, dude. You said you posted it on February, dude. You get some of the best content I gotta know. I'm like, every time I see something, like, I'm always like, shit, where's he getting this from? Like, you're so,
Yeah.
I'm always like, God damn
Well,
it,
it's part of
Jeff.
that. You got to stay like you've got to follow the right people. Like I have my notifications on for certain people and certain sites
Oh.
and people that I absolutely, because the one thing I didn't want to do when I started Sports with Balls is put out false information. I can't stand that.
Right.
You know, fake tweets and this, that, and this. So I always try to stay on point and do, get everything as authenticated as I can before I post it. But yeah, I mean, in this business, as you know, being the first or being the most unique or finding great stories is paramount. So
Yeah.
I tried to do that and still try to do it and put out good stuff because you're not the first person who's like, damn, dude, where do you get all this stuff from?
Crazy.
And
I'm always like,
well,
shit. Would you say that was a big part of helping you grow on Facebook? Was the content side of it?
Yeah, because when I first started, people, obviously, we talked about this earlier, the haters, they were like, oh, he's lying, he's full of shit, like whatever. And then all of a sudden the story's real and they're like, oh, well, all right. So then, of course, people started following the page and the show a little bit more. But when you're doing video, it was great to have Lauren on, right? Like when you've got a very smoking hot blonde that knows her sports, and when you're scrolling through, people are gonna go right past us. But if you see Lauren on there, you're like, whoa, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop for a minute, So she obviously helped growing the show from a visual aspect on when you're doing these kind of shows, like live, when you're on TV, on camera, what they call color, I guess, when you're doing color. Then she's great to have on. But as far as like just social media and posting stuff, yeah, that was a huge part, is finding good stories. And that's what I was looking for. Good stuff, like good content, not just your random whatever. Like I wanted good content.
How do you mix it up? Like when you do your shows now, do you have a specific plan? Like, all right, I'm going to go, do you have like a rundown that you do, or you have a certain way you structure your shows for your audience, or how do you plan a show? Cause with this show is a sports/entertainment show, but I'm very organic.
Yeah.
I have a rundown and things I want to talk about, but I also kind of just let the chat dictate a lot of times where we go. Cause we have the live chat, and if we go off on a tangent, we kind of go off as a show sometimes. How do you structure it?
Yeah, and that's awesome, and that's exactly what I guess the best. I wanted something similar to what Dan Patrick was doing a while back. He's since calmed down a little bit, but almost like this is. I don't have a structure. I have because I do a sports flash for a couple of radio stations in the morning, and that kind of gives me a little bit of what's going on. Like obviously I watch sports, so I know exactly. I'm in tune with everything that's going on, but I do just kind of let the show go. Like wherever it leads and wherever the conversation goes. And now I do like a 30-minute show where I just get it. And if people are posting on social media or asking questions while they're watching, then I try to answer those as much as possible. But unless I have a guest on, the show just kind of goes where it goes. And it's sports orientated, but no, like if it goes off on a tangent, we can start talking about your prom when you were 18 years old. I don't care. Like, I mean, as long as it's entertaining, we can always get back to sports. That's there's 5 days of this. So I do the same thing. I just sort of let the show go where it goes.
That's dope, dude. Are you, do you have plans for the show like going forward, or is there expansion plans? I mean, I know you got the day gig now, so you're going to be doing it a little bit less, but is there a path long-term you're looking at taking Sports with Balls?
I would hope. I hope one day that pays my bills, right? Like it would be fantastic if it would catch on eventually. I'm going to keep this going as long as I possibly can. But of course, now it's got to turn into a little bit of a hobby, which maybe it should have been in the first place. I just loved it too much.
You're just stubborn enough to say, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah. Even though it wasn't necessarily profitable for the longest time. And I got to thank my sponsors a ton, man. They're incredible. They've helped out. There's a couple of them that have been with me for a long time.
Name them, plug them. Go ahead.
Christian's Tailgate here in Houston. They're fantastic. Diamond Auto Spa, Joe Applewhite Realty, and I guess the new one would be Garrison Bailey and Bailey Home Construction. So those guys are fantastic, man. And whenever you have friends whenever you're in a city and you have friends that can help you out like that, it helps you out a ton when you're first starting out and doing stuff like this. So I thank them a lot. But I hope the show does go somewhere eventually because I love doing it.
Yeah.
You know, would I rather sit around and talk about sports and it pay all my bills? Hell yeah, that'd be fantastic. But 4 years of stubbornness, I'll finally had to go get a normal job.
Now, so you've gone. So the last 4 years, you haven't had a day gig until now.
Nope.
That's
I've done
great,
this,
dude.
Yeah, and I raised my son by myself since he was 18 months old. He's 9.5 now, so full-time dad as well. He just walked in the door a minute ago and just looked at me, and he's like, he just pointed outside. I'm like, yeah, go, see you later.
Wow.
He goes out, runs around the neighborhood. But, yeah, I've been doing this and this alone for 4 years now.
Wow, dude, that's great. Well, I mean, you said, paying bills, but you've managed. I mean, you're not homeless. You got a roof over your head. You've done well enough, man. And most people don't even get to that point where they're able to at least, you might not be living high on the hog, but a lot of people can't even get their shows to that. So that's something to certainly be proud of.
No, listen, like I am definitely 100% proud of what I've accomplished, and my kids saw me do this, and I'm proud of that. They saw me struggle. They saw a couple of Christmases. There wasn't a whole lot under the tree. They saw me go through a lot, but also build up something. It was awesome when they saw me on television. It was great when they'd go to the studio at Sports Map Radio and listen to me, and they were proud of me. So there's definitely positives that have come out of it. It's just going any further right now without putting it as a hobby is ludicrous for me. Like I've got to start doing something that's going to be a little bit more lucrative than just doing this. But hopefully it does catch on one day. I'm still going to do it. It's still going to be fun, and I'm hopefully it does. I really hope.
Have you always been in sales? Like when you weren't doing Sports with Balls, were you always in sales, or is this something new?
Generally, I had a couple of bars. I was a promoter for a long time, so we had a couple of nightclub spots that I did for a long time. But yeah, that's generally been the consensus is like, Jeff, you're great at sales. You're great at sales. So I guess I'm going to stick with it. This is an incredible opportunity, and I can't thank the guys enough that gave me this job opportunity. And hopefully I'll stick it, and hopefully Sports with Balls will stick on. And now I think it'll take a little bit of pressure off of me as far as Sports with Balls is concerned, and I can do it a little bit more loosely, because it is a lot of people don't understand these jobs, and it's a grind, like you said earlier. It is a grind, man, and you are constantly thinking of ways to improve it, how to get better, how to make more money, and it takes its toll on you for sure.
Well, and I think the good thing is you'll have more money to spend on the show, to market the show.
Yes, 100%.
And that can make a big difference too. Yeah. Give me your thoughts on the Astros, man. What's the problem with the Astros? How do they fix it?
So will Espada be fired before the All-Star break?
You really think that's going to be the? I disagree, man.
I don't know. Right now, they are worse than the Oakland A's as we sit here and talk right now.
Yes,
that's unbelievable.
Yes.
That is earth-shattering if you're an Astros fan and even a baseball fan. You cannot believe that the team that has been the best in baseball for 7 years now is now worse than the Oakland A's. Now, we're only, what are we in? We are 13 games in? Yeah. 14 games in. Yep. 14 games in. We're negative 19 on the run differential. We've lost 3 games in a row. 2-5 away, 2-5 at home. Joe Espada has not pushed the right buttons. I know that. And he's just getting warmed up to the team. I understand all the injuries. But you can't get 10 games down. All right, we're 4 right now. But you let this season keep slipping, eventually you're going to have to throw it away. Because the Rangers are good. The Angels seem to be pretty good. The Mariners, I don't know if they're going to come out of their funk. But, if you go up to the AL East, the Yankees, the Orioles, the Red Sox, the Rays, those are all good teams. Like, the Astros are not going to make it if they let this go too much further.
Hush at total_Dallas.
Okay. That was.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, bro. That's sorry.
Somebody told me to sit down and hush.
Not you. No.
I was like, nice. I love it.
No. There's some shit talking going on in the chat. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, it just Espada. We have all 5 starting pitchers are injured basically, so you can't really do much. Like what? But the thing is, how long are these pitchers injured? How long are we going to keep this going? Because we're 4 games back of first place right now in the West, and these teams are going to be good. If we get 10 games down, that's going to be a tough road to climb.
Yeah, no doubt.
Our offense is fine. Our offense seems to be okay.
Yeah, it's weird because I was saying earlier, it seems like when they win or lose, it's spectacular, right? You're seeing them lose 11-2 or 10-3 or winning 10-0 and there are some other games mixed in there, but yeah, it just seems like it's this weird. They don't know who they are yet. I'm not worried about the lineup. People want to be blaming Abreu. Look, he's this year's moldy. This lineup can fade a dude whose OPS is 227. It's whatever. But I'm with you. I think it's the rotation. And dude, I had a slide that I made for the show. When you look at just the rotation, that's a right World there. Series rotation just in Verlander, McCullers, Fromber, Luis Garcia, and Urquidy. I mean, you can roll that out right now in a playoff series and go, I like our chances. So,
that's what I was saying. All 5 starting pitchers that are hurt. And right now, if you to put a finger on what's wrong, it is the pitching. And we have 5 starting pitchers out. So you can't judge them on exactly because like I said, their offense actually is doing pretty well. Altuve's hitting good.
Very nice.
Sorry. Keep going.
Altuve's doing good. Look, Jordan's coming around. Bregman will eventually figure it out. Tucker's all right. I mean, the offense is playing pretty decent. You can't overcome that pitching. Hunter Brown lasted 1 inning today. They gave up 9 runs in the first inning.
Yeah,
that's not the offense's fault.
No, after a rookie comes up yesterday and goes 3 innings, and then another rookie goes a third of an inning. So yeah, it's just been bad, and they will figure it out and they will get better. So I
don't want him to get too far back. That's the issue. But look,
it's a good point. You get down 10, and that's a tough road to hoe.
Big road. Yeah, that is a big way to get. But look, Verlander may come back. So pretty soon I know he didn't pitch that well in his rehab start, but I don't think that you count those rehab starts. Like, he's not trying to strike people out. He's just trying to get his pitches down. So we'll see. Verlander comes back. Hopefully Fromber will come back soon. It's not a big issue. So if you get Verlander and Fromber back in there, maybe we'll start putting some games together.
Absolutely. Hey, by the way, Ghosty, thank you for the follow. What's up, Sensei Bulldog? Good to see you. Jeff, dude, this was awesome.
Yes,
Jeff
sir.
has a new follower. Donna, thank you for following Jeff. Jeff, I posted all the socials from TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter in the chat. I believe folks will be giving you some follows. I'm going to do that one more time on both YouTube and here on Twitch. You guys give him a follow. Jeff, appreciate you popping in, man. This was dope. Thanks for hanging out with me for an hour, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, anytime, Barry. Love the show. I love the concept, man. Anytime you want me on, let me know, man. I'll be there.
I will do. And anything you want to plug before you bounce out? Anything you want to share with the people?
No, man. If you're in Houston, go to Christian's Tailgate for any of the sports games, whatever. Like I said, they sponsor Sports with Balls, and they're an incredible outfit, man. So hit them up whenever you.
When you still do the show, are you going to be doing it there, or are you going to be doing it from the house?
So I do it from the house, and I also do live shows at Christian's Tailgate. But if you follow Sports with Balls on any of your social media outlets, it'll be all up there. Show 300 coming up soon.
Check it out. That's Jeff Michael, Sports with Balls. Jeff, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much.
You got it, Barry.
All right, and that is another edition of Barry on Deck, number 775 in the books. Thank you, Joe Pro. Great guest. Have him back again. I will. Always good to be able to talk sports with somebody, man. Sensei, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for your shout out the other day, dude. When was it? Last night, yesterday. Much appreciated, sir. He said much love to you. Sorry I haven't been able to stop by. Oh, bro, no worries. No worries, fam. All good, pimpin'. Thank you, Uriel. Appreciate you, buddy. Hey, Jesus, thank you, my friend. Much love to you. Donna, you're the best. Thank you, sweetie. All right, y'all. I will see you on Monday. I hope. Oh, Lord, I hope. Lordy, I hope I get these taxes done in time. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me I get these taxes done so we can do a show on Monday. Pray for me, please. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see y'all hopefully on Monday. If not, well, then I'll see you on Tuesday. Until then, do me 3 favors, would you? Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. All right, I'll see y'all Monday. Bye, everybody. And he's making a YouTube video.